There is little as important to our daily lives as mobility. The shift to electric vehicles is not a revolution, but rather an evolution, as it does not really change the way we use our cars. That said, those that have shifted appreciate the comfort of EVs, both in terms of the driving and charging experience. Autonomous vehicles remain a long-term vision though. While most of the technology is already available today, fully autonomous vehicles are still a way off.
The past 2 or 3 years have shown that an increasing choice of EVs, paired with an improving technology and an increasing trust in the technology, are the main drivers behind growing EV adoption. Choice and coolness matters much more than costs, which is why subsidies play a less prominent role than often perceived. The fact that EV sales in the United States are lagging behind Europe and China is underpinning the importance of the choice for the consumers. Thus far, only a few of the so popular pickup trucks, which have a market share of more than 70% in the United States, are available as electric vehicles. Plus, there are still concerns about the range of electric trucks, as they need much bigger batteries than conventional cars. The electric vehicle value chain is vast. It starts with companies that mine battery metals such as copper, lithium, or nickel, and then includes the battery companies, suppliers of technology parts such as cameras, chips, and sensors, as well as providers of mobility services and producers and operators of charging infrastructure. Many of these segments are high-growth areas which might be subject to temporary boom and bust cycles. Most prominently, of course, the mining companies. One often raised concern is the mining of the metals that are needed for the batteries of the EVs. While these are conceptually not different to a battery used in a tablet or a smartphone, they need higher amounts of metals such as lithium, nickel, cobalt, and copper. The mining of these metals is generally environmentally harmful, no matter how high a mining company's environmental standards are. In order to make EVs truly sustainable, the battery makers should rely on recycled metals instead of mined metals. The structure of the battery metals recycling value chain is still very much up in the air, as companies are exploring various strategies at the moment. One option is to be independent and the other is to be integrated, either into a battery manufacturer or a car company. The big benefit of the independent recyclers is their versatility and their ability to recycle batteries from various manufacturers, which could potentially open up a bigger market than for the integrated ones. However, they need to secure offtake agreements in order to maximize capacity utilization. This is an emerging industry with quite a few startup companies that are currently ramping up capacities. The biggest challenge for the industry during the next few years is the fact that the battery recycling business case is so strong, that there is so much growth potential, that there is so much capacity which will be added. Battery recycling is about scalability, which ultimately should underpin the company's profitability. That said, scalability also calls for a high degree of industry competition and concentration, suggesting that not all of today's competing companies will be successful in the long term.